Good morning. My name is Nicole. Welcome to today's workout, Sports Moves. This is your gentle stretch class, so you're just going to want some space, and we will be going down to the floor, so you may want a mat to make yourself more comfortable there. We're going to get right into it today. So you just want to stand with your feet hip-width distance apart, nice and tall. Big inhale and exhale. Again. One more time. With your next inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Exhale, relax them down by your sides. Again, big inhale. And exhale. One more like this. Inhale again, sweeping those arms over your head. This time as you exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. Take a deep breath at the bottom, and then slowly roll all the way back up. Big shoulder rolls at the top. Again, big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. Deep breath at the bottom. Slowly roll all the way back up, nice and tall, big shoulder rolls at the top. One more time like that, big inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes, deep breath at the bottom. And slowly roll all the way up, shoulder rolls at the top. The next time you inhale, bring your right leg out in front of you, heel down, toe up. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching for your toes. Take a breath at the bottom, big inhale all the way up. Super tall at the top. Exhale, right back down, reaching for your toes. And release, big inhale, stretch up. One more time. Exhale down, reaching towards your toes. Inhale up, nice and tall. This time, exhale, relax the arms down by your side. Shake it out. We're gonna switch sides. So you're gonna bring that left foot out, heel down, toe up. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes as far as you can. Deep breath, all the way back up, stretch. Super tall, two more like that. Exhale down, reaching towards your toes. See if you can get a little farther than you did the first time. Big inhale, sweeping the arms all the way back up. Big stretch at the top, last one. Exhale down. Inhale up. This time when you exhale, you can relax the arms by your side. Step that foot back in, shake it out. Take a breath. Now we're gonna alternate, lifting from your elbow, making full circles. Full range of motion through your shoulders. If you feel comfortable, you can extend your arm all the way out. And reverse. And relax, big inhale, sweep the arms up over your head, clasping your hands together at the top, lean to your right. Keeping your biceps near your ears, all the way over to your left. Back to the right. See if you can make it stretch a little deeper. Left. One more each way, right. And left. Bring it back to your center. Drop your hands down to chest height, flipping your palms out towards me, rounding through your back. Drop your chin towards your chest. And release, dropping your hands down, bring them behind your back. Interlace your fingers, press the palms towards the ground, opening up through your chest. Head looks towards the ceiling. Flipping your palms back up towards the ceiling. Hinge forward, letting your arms rise as far as is comfortable for you. And unlace your fingers, let them fall down towards your toes. At the bottom, alternate lifting your heels. It's okay if you're not all the way at the ground. Careful with your balance. And place both feet back on the ground. Roll all the way up. Big shoulder rolls at the top. Walk your feet a little bit farther away from one another so you're in a wide stance. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Bringing your hands directly in front of you to the mat. And then we're going to bring your hips down towards the ground. So bending through your knees, little groin stretch. Letting your chest rise. And then come all the way back up to your standing position. Roll up to the top. Big shoulder rolls at the top. We're going to do that 2 more times. Big inhale. Sweep the arms up. Exhale. Hinge forward. Bring your hands directly in front of you to the mat. Bending through your knees. Lower your hips towards the ground as your chest rises. And reverse, coming all the way back up, nice and tall, shoulder rolls at the top. 1 more, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Bend through the knees, lowering the hips towards the ground. Take a little bit longer pause here at the bottom. Take a few deep breaths. And then release, rolling all the way up. Big shoulder rolls at the top. Let's inhale your arms this time just to shoulder height, palms facing the ground. Small circles. Reverse. Flip your palms towards the ceiling, continue to circle. Reverse. Flipping the palms back toward the floor, hinge forward just about halfway so you have a straight flat back. And return to standing. 2 more like that. Push those hips back. Straight flat back. Feel the pull through your hamstrings. Return up nice and tall. Last one. Stay here. Take a little pulse. Little pulses in that flat back. Then drop your head and hands down. Reaching in between your legs. Little pulses. And release, roll all the way back up, nice and tall. Shoulder rolls at the top. You're gonna we're gonna do a circle here, dropping your chest down towards your right thigh, center left, and all the way back up, nice and tall. It's a nice, slow, controlled movement. You can keep your hands by your side, or you can let them rise over your head as you rise. Using your breath, inhale as you rise, exhale as you fall. Then next time you come up tall, we're gonna reverse, just letting your chest fall left, center, right, and all the way up tall. Remember, you can choose your arms over your head, or you can let them stay by your side. Use your breath. Big inhales and exhales. The next time you come up tall, stay there. Relax your arms down by your side. Keeping your feet wide, point your toes forward. Okay. We're gonna alternate shifting our weight from our right to our left. As you shift your weight to the right, bend through the right knee, sitting your hips back, hands above your knee for support. Take a deep breath at the bottom. Big push all the way up and over to the left. Get as low as you can go. Switch back to the right. Nice and controlled. Whichever knee is bending, you want to make sure that the weight is back in that hip and heel so that your toes or knees do not come in front of your toes. One more each side. Get as low as you can. Now the next time you go back to your right, stay there. If you feel comfortable, see if you can reach your hands down towards the ground. And transfer all the way up and over to the left. And if you feel comfortable, reaching down towards the ground. Even the weight out to your center. Slight bend in your knees, walk halfway up each leg, one hand above each knee. Big inhale and round, pulling your spine towards the ceiling. Exhale, flat back release, letting your chest come towards the floor. Again, big inhale and round. Exhale, straight flat back. One more time. Chest towards the floor. Stay in your lowest position here with that straight flat back. Bring your right shoulder towards your left knee. And reverse. Switching sides. Left shoulder towards your right knee. And release to your center, roll the rest of the way up, nice and tall. Big shoulder rolls at the top. Shake it out, take a breath, walk your feet in. We're gonna go into a little balance round. If you wanna slide next to a chair, couch, counter, wall, anything that makes you feel safe. While you're practicing your balance, we're gonna cross our right leg over our left. You wanna find your balance first before you start moving. When you're ready, inhale the right side up, lean to your left. If you feel comfortable, bring your eyes towards your right palm. Exhale, release to your center, switching arms. Inhale the left arm up. Lean to the right. Find your balance and see if you can bring your gaze up towards your left palm. Exhale, release to your center. Take a breath here at your center and then hinge forward, reaching towards your toes as close as you can to the floor. Wherever that is for you, let your head hang naturally. Take a deep breath. And then slowly roll all the way back up to the top. Try to get all the way up without stepping out of your stance. And relax, shake it out, take a breath. We're just gonna switch sides. We're gonna do that sequence again with your left foot over the right. Find your balance first, standing up nice and tall, strong core, suck in your navel, squeeze your glutes. Inhale that left arm over your head, lean to your right. Eyes towards your left palm when you're ready. And release to your center, switching arms. Inhale, the right arm up, lean to the left. Eyes towards your palm when you're ready. Exhale, release to your center, reset if you need to. Find your balance, then hinge forward. Getting as close to the ground as you can. Staying safe, take a deep breath at the bottom. And slowly roll all the way up. Big shoulder rolls at the top. Shake it out. Take a breath. We're going to do one single leg before we go down to the floor today. So we're going to bring it behind, the leg behind you in that kickstand position. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Keeping your knees close together. Your options are 1, toe down on the ground. 2, lift the toe up off the ground. 3, you can hang on with that same side arm. Arm options are 1 or 2. You can do any combination of the arms and legs. Breathe, focus on something that's not moving. And relax. Shake it out, take a breath. We're just gonna switch sides, keeping those knees together. Option 1, 2, or 3. Arms 1 or 2. Remember, any combination. Oh, arms 1 or 2, sorry. Any combination of the arms and legs. Find what's right for you. Focus, breathe. And release, shake it out. One big inhale, sweeping the arms over your head. Exhale, release all the tension away. Take a deep breath. Grab a drink of water, towel off. I'll meet you down on your mat and on your hands and knees. So in your tabletop position. All right, so you're down on the floor. We're gonna set up on our hands and knees so that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are directly underneath your hips. You're in that flat back position. And then we're just gonna do a little tuck. Tuck your pelvis under and release. Big release, arching through your back. Little tuck and release. Again, tuck, release. 2 more. And bring your spine to its neutral position. Lift your right arm out in front of you, keeping your shoulders square with the mat. And release, switch, left arm. Release, right leg. Left leg. release. Now we're going into a bird dog, so right arm, left leg. Lift and hold. If you're having a hard time with your balance, you can always put a finger or a toe back down to the ground. Release, switch sides. And release. Again, back to right arm, left leg. This time we're going to add in 8 crunches, pulling your knee in towards your elbow, and then extend all the way back out. Knee to elbow, big extension. Crunch, release. Halfway there, 4 more. And relax. Take a breath, set the hand back underneath the shoulder, knee underneath the hip, other side. Extend and crunch. One more. And relax. Sit your hips back towards your heels, releasing all the tension in your child's pose. And then press back up to your tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Then extend your right leg out so that your toe is on the ground, straight behind you. And then shift all your weight backwards, pressing your heel towards the ground. Big calf stretch. Now pull your right knee directly in between your hands, extending out, lengthening out through that left leg. So you're in a pigeon. You can stay here, or if you'd like a little deeper stretch, you can drop down to your forearms or your head all the way down to the mat. When you find which one is right for you, gently rock from side to side, lowering your hips towards the ground. And come back to your center. If you're not already there, go ahead and press back up onto your hands. Pull your right knee back into place. And reset so that your hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Switching sides, left leg out, toe is on the ground, and then shift all your weight backwards. So you're pressing your heel towards the ground, feeling the stretch through your calf. And then pull your knee directly in between your hands. That's your left knee. Extending out through your right leg. Choose your level, 1, 2, or 3. Take a deep breath. When you find the position that's right for you, gently rock from side to side, lowering your hips towards the ground. And the next time you come to your center, stay there. Press back up to your hands if you're not already there. And then pull the left knee back and reset in your tabletop position. Now we're going to inhale on the right side, opening up as wide as you can, sweeping the arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through the opposite arm and leg. Big inhale and open. Exhale and closing, threading through that opposite arm and leg. One more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Stay here. Threading through the needle, dropping your shoulder as close as you can to the ground. And release, coming back up onto your hands and knees. Switching sides, big inhale, open up on the left. Exhale, bring it in between the right arm and leg. Inhale and open as wide as you can. Follow the hand with your eyes. Exhale and close. One more time. Dropping that shoulder as close as you can to the ground. Taking a few deep breaths here. And release, pressing back up into your tabletop, and then heels towards your hips one more time for your child's pose. Take a deep breath and then walk your hands as far to the right as you can. And then as far to the left as you can. To your center, you can press all the way back up and then over into your seated position, legs straight out in front of you. Take a big inhale, sweeping the arms up over your head. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching toward your toes, head looks at your knees. It's okay if you're not quite to your toes, you might be at those shins, your ankles. Just reach as far as you can, take a few deep breaths. And release, sitting up tall. Pull your right knee in towards your chest, place it over your left leg, giving your right knee a hug, look over your right shoulder. Stay nice and tall through your back. You're rotating as far as you can. You're pulling that knee in towards your body, your whole leg in towards your body, as close as you can. And release. Uncross the left from right, extending it all the way back out. Give it a quick shake. Switching sides, left knee in towards your chest. Place it over the right leg. Give the left knee a hug, look over your left shoulder. And release to your center, uncross the left and right, shake it out. Take one more big inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards those toes one more time. See if you can get a little farther than you did the first time. Head looks towards your knees. And release, sitting up tall. Walk your feet away from one another so you're sitting in a wide V, evenly on your sit bones. Take a big inhale at your center, and as you exhale, walk your hands away from your body, lowering your chest towards the floor. Staying out long, walk each of your hands towards each of your toes, and continue to let your chest sink towards the floor. Walk your right hand to your left toes, head looks at your left knee. Walk both your hands to your right toes. Head looks at your right knee. Left hand goes back to your left toes. And then each of your hands walk up your legs to the center. Big inhale at your center. As you exhale, walk your hands straight out in front of you, lowering your chest towards the mat one more time so you can get a little farther than you did the first time. And release, walking your hands back into your body. Pull the soles of your feet in toward one another and in toward your body so you're sitting in a butterfly. Keeping your knees as close as you can to the mat, take a big inhale. As you exhale, drop your chest towards your feet. You can use your elbows to help press your knees towards the ground. And release, sitting up tall. We're going to balance. Start with one of your feet off the ground, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. Work to put less and less of your second foot on the ground till you can bring it up to meet the first. So you're balancing on your tailbone, strong core, sitting up tall. If you're comfortable with both your feet off the ground, see if you can get them to chest height. Relax, dropping your feet down to the mat. Drop your chest towards your feet. See if you can get a little closer than you did the first time, either your chest towards your feet or your knees towards the floor. And release, sitting up tall. You can interlace your legs so you're sitting crisscross style, or come to whatever's your most comfortable seated position. Once you're there, take a big inhale, sweeping the arms over your head. Clasp the hands together at the top and let them drop down towards your shoulder blades. Elbows are staying facing forward, close to your ears. If you need a little more stretch here for those triceps, you can take a gentle tug on your elbow. Make sure you switch sides if you're adding a little extra pressure here. And release, hands come back over your head, and exhale them down just to shoulder height, palms facing me, little pulses. And flip the palms over. And big squeeze, opening up your chest, bringing those shoulder blades together, and release. Give yourself a big hug. Notice which arm is on top. We're going to switch it. Big inhale and open. Exhale and close. Inhale and open. Exhale, drop those hands down by your side. We're just going to do some shoulder blade squeezes, pulling your shoulder blades back down and together. And release. Again, squeeze. And release. One more time. Relax. Bring your right arm across your body. Hang on just above the elbow, relaxing your shoulder away from your ear. Look as far as you can to the right. release, switching sides. Make sure that shoulder stays relaxed. And release. Take one big inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, release all the tension away. Shake it out. If you need a drink of water, now's a great time. And then we're gonna come down onto the mat in your supine position. So that's lying on your back. Go ahead and hug your knees in towards your chest. When you're here, you can gently rock from side to side, forward and back, around in a circle. Whatever feels right for you. Just want to release all the tension, bring a little blood flow to the spine. When you're ready, grab onto each of your feet near your big toes and extend into a happy baby. You can continue to rock from side to side here. And bring it back to your center. Hug your knees back in towards your chest and then extend them straight up towards the ceiling. You can hang on behind your hamstrings for support. We're going to point and flex our toes. Pulling your toes as far as you can in each direction, towards your shins and then away. Relax your feet, letting your arms extend out into a T or hanging on to the outsides of your legs. Let your legs fall away from one another. Take a deep breath. And release, hugging your knees back in towards your chest. Drop them down to the mat. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. You can press out on your right knee or interlace your fingers behind your left hamstring and pull it in towards your body. If it's not already there, drop your left foot back down to the mat. Bring your hands across your chest or behind your head. We're going to do an oblique crunch. Think about bringing your left shoulder towards your right knee, pulling the head and shoulders up off the mat as you exhale. Inhale, release everything back down. Exhale, inhale, crunch, release. If your hands are behind your head, make sure those elbows are wide. And make sure you have space between your chin and your chest, no matter which one you're at. Stay in control and really think about that diagonal. 2 more. And relax the head and shoulders onto the mat. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling, hanging on behind your hamstring or your calf. Pull it in as close as you can to your body. Rotate from your ankle. Reverse. Now we're going to lift and lower that right leg. Every time it lowers, you're going to flex those toes, bring it down towards the mat. You can tap the mat if you need to, then point your toes and pull it all the way back up. If you don't need to tap, just do that little hover over your mat and pull it back up. Nice and controlled in each direction. And then let your leg come all the way down the mat and rest. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. Let it fall over to your right side. Arms outstretched into a T. Head looks to the left. And release to your center. We're going to alternate pulling your knees in towards your chest for a bicycle. Option 1, tap the feet down to the mat in between each repetition. Option 2, take that tap out. Option 3, pull your head and shoulders off the mat. Even inhales and exhales. Inhale one side, exhale the other. Stay in control. The next time you pull your right knee in towards your chest, hold it there, letting your left leg, head and shoulders rest on the mat. Let your right knee fall over to the left side, arms outstretched into a T, head looks to the right. I'm going to keep the shoulders as close as you can to the mat. And release to your center. Drop your right foot down to the mat. Point your toes. Pull the left leg up towards the ceiling. Flex your toes. Let it come down towards the mat. Remember, you can tap in between or take the tap out. The next time you pull the leg up, hang on behind your hamstring or your calf, pull it in as close as you can to your body, and rotate from your ankle. And reverse. Let your left ankle fall down over the top of your right knee. You can press out on your we're gonna go to crunches. Hands across your chest or behind your head. We're working that right shoulder towards your left knee. Big exhale up, inhale down, nice and controlled. Focusing on that diagonal, lifting the head and shoulders off the mat every time. Two to go. Relax your head and shoulders down on the ground. You can press out on your left knee or interlace your fingers behind your right hamstring and pull it in towards your body. Take your 4 stretch. And release, dropping the right leg back down to the mat if it's not already there. Uncross your legs so your feet are flat on the mat. Bring your hands by your side. You should just barely be able to touch your heels. Flip the palms up towards the ceiling. Big inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, press through your heels, lifting your hips up as high as you can, holding at the top, squeezing your glutes for your bridge. At the top here, you want to keep your navel sucked in towards your spine, squeezing those glutes. Shoulders, hips, knees should be all in a straight line. Weight is in your heels. You've got 10 more seconds. And release, slowly lower all the way back down to the mat. You can hug your knees in towards your chest for a quick release if you need to. Then drop your feet back down to the mat and walk your legs away from your body so you're in a straight line. Big inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Reach as if someone's pulling you by your fingers and toes. With your next exhale, drop your hands down by your side. Take a few more breaths, releasing all the tension, letting your muscles melt into the mat. Focus on your breathing, releasing all the tension away. And press into your elbows with the next exhale, bringing yourself all the way up to your most comfortable seated position. Take a big inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, release all the tension away. Again, big inhale, and exhale. One more time, pressing the palms together at the top, pull them down to your center. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next time.